Take it easy. Gotcha. Easy, man. Quietly now. This blinding sunlight is such a pain. No way I can get a nap in this weather.
This realm. If you ever... Whoa! Now this is fancy! The Opera of Eclairs. Huh. Looks like there's a lot of people standing around the fountain up ahead.
Oh, Archon, please bless...
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be...
I guess if there are, kid, then there...
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine.
Vache,
What's wrong?
Vache, Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything.
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary for newlyweds to come here and wish for children. Lenny asked me to wait here for you, remember?
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon.
I see. I might be able to tell you something that could help explain the voice you heard. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a result of your hypersensitivity to the hydro element. Others in my family have had similar experiences.
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element?
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what?
Just answer me. When do you cry?
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and...
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotions. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. Even the tears that fall to the ground will eventually gather here. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
So, what did the voice say? If you were hearing their
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lenny might help him relax a little before he goes on stage.
Oh, right. That...
I hear you've got a job for me.
This world is full of...
Take heart.
Traveler and Paimon, good to see you. I knew you two would come.
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world!
But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet. The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations.
Ooh, front row.
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep...
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there.
Yeah, we'll just go to our...
Take it easy.
Oh, these should be our... Hey, Traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the... you little...
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt off. I would be perfectly happy to...
Wait, that's not it, Paimon's. Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being, Oh, Paimon's got it.
A friend?
Oh, so you're not friends with Linny, then. Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in Fontaine.
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as required by proper etiquette...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet. What an honor it is to have you here to see my show.
Ah, Mr. Linny. I should say it is in fact an honor for me to see your
Wait. No.
I saw you all chatting. Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say.
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now. Paimon had no idea you were such an important person.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their usual reserved seat, so And by the way, I should probably let you know, there's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been striking I believe she is trying to give you a most so I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise...
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon.
Very good. That is for the best. No need...
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro Archon?
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished...
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Oh, they're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry.
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may...
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate... So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way...
Oh, good point.
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on Oh, and before I forget, you never know what can happen in the... A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
If we could see easily through his tricks, to appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on...
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her.
Thank you, everyone. But our magical journey has only just... The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was in which case, I have ample time. So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of... Please, if my assistants could... There are 2 boxes, and only 2 boxes. One is here. I'm sure many of our our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box you see here.
Wow. Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks, or does Lenny have
The lucky audience member will be generated by... It selects numbers entirely at random. Now then, let's begin. Let me see... Oh, please, come forward. My assistant will take you... I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what... If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up.
Oh, okay.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in you. Come on, repeat after... 60! 50! That's right, perfect! Keep it going!
54, 53, why aren't you counting, Nervous?
I am counting in my head. I think merely a consequence of my identity and...
Oh, alright. You look so serious that Paimon... 40! 39!
Mr. Linney, are you all...
Yes, I'm fine. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong place.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. What was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, 25!
What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration.
Never mind the decorations.
No, that's unacceptable. I want my
19!
It seems things aren't... It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know 10 seconds and change is still...
10!
Almost there now.
8!
Swapping 2 people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
stage now, right?
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl was still in that box, right?
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers. Seal the exits. No one is allowed in or out at this time.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice.
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was Cowell, one of the assistants in Linny's magic troupe. Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank, which then caused the tank to fall onto the stage. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowell in the box, rather than the guest from the... And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl is nowhere to be found. It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance. And there are many indications that it is connected with the case of the serial disappearances of young women.
The serial disappearances case?
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before.
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale, did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linny, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me?
Oh, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right. He was in the box on the stage the entire time. Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances. He could have...
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that you're
I just think that I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense. Looks like she's gonna personally deliver justice.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show. Lady Farina said it all.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Linny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met. Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Linny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And what better place to hold such a riveting showdown and decide the true victor than here, on the grandest of stages, the Opera Epiclese.
Huh. It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been pressed, and as such, a trial is in order. Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her Are you willing to act as Mr. Linny's Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Linny and his troupe are all potential suspects. The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion.
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big-shot outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Lenny!
Sorry about everything that happened just now. Were you frightened?
Of course!
Yeah, I'm a little shaken. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. I understand. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. And I don't know why poor Cal was in the... As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop. Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to...
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. Feeling depressed isn't, but with the guards watching our every move, it's going to be especially good thing you agreed to be our attorney.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just the... since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question first. Where did Lynette go during the performance?
Oh, well, I'm afraid that would involve some of our essential trade secrets as magicians.
The secrets behind our magic are past saving, Linny.
I suppose you're right. The truth be... 'tis truly a pity. As a magician, but if revealing our secrets, we should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic.
All right, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still... Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned.
Huh?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cal. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, the assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as... As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable... However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the tank were then burned. All these factors lining up so perfectly makes it... If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and...
But he doesn't have a motive!
Are you both...
Well, you can't...
So in just a short time, he was not only able... I know there's no such thing as magic. I've seen a lot of cases. And I can tell you that people are the least reliable Sorry, I tend to be pretty... Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows, maybe you'll be able to come up with some new evidence.
So this is the rope that broke... The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Look! This bit is made from different material! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. Huh. So if a rope meant to hold something was made with that kind... Wait! Why would you... Hello there! What...
Oh, this location has also been... The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine. Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling... The Magic Troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has... Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troupe at all. Which
Were the victims...
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age...
Okay.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the miss, it is of utmost importance that we get...
Whoever the murderer was, they must have made preparations well beforehand. This rope was obviously tampered with. Why would it be him? Gosh, no wonder the serial disappearances never got solved.
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out...
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation.
You're trying to help them?
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience. Well, we thought there might be a serious problem.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't... I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get it. In other words, Linny knew who would be...
That much checks out.
Let's just see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case.
Even...
I see that you're investigating the air. If you find any new and interesting...
We don't have too... The thud?
Yes, exactly. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. So... I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice, and when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope.
Wait, wasn't the noise...
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's true.
That does remind...
Linny's still talking to the guards. I think someone will be assigned.
Hey, you! Yes, both of you! Over here! I've been keeping...
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to...
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums, you name it, Spina di Rosula does it. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus, Demoiselle's various
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle?
Well, I am the second generation president. Malus and the others are still used to my previous title.
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should...
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia is fine.
Okay, if you...
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now, back to the situation at hand. That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. My interest stems from a matter back from my father's time. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny an unlikely mastermind.
Really? We think so too! That's why we're looking for clues now! how did you come to that conclusion?
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition. Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever, wasn't she? But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges just to keep her from getting carried away. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course, there was no way Farina was going to back down in that situation.
Sounds more like you.
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. All right, I've answered your question. Now, it's time you answer mine.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry, you won't hear any pointless questions from me. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's an opera?
Well...
And why would that be? See, Silver and Malus? I told you they'd be different.
Most astute of you, demoiselle. No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectations may be, then if that can be done, boss.
All right, that's quite enough, Malus. Anyway, I like your answer. You passed with flying colors. Now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant, sure. Or your companion, if you like. I'm really not that fussy.
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that you wish to save a friend from false accusation.
You have a point. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like you've got something on your mind.
I have nothing to add.
Oh.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be sure to let us know if they start revealing Linny's tricks. Thanks! preparations, following which our joint investigation shall commence. You two shall be my assistants.
Wait! Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant, sure. Or your companion, if you like.
Since when did we become assistants?
Oh, well, I can be the assistant, sure.
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment.
No, we're not. Were you always guarding the...
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone, so the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on. I doubt there was much opportunity then either.
How can you be...
Well, because I was in charge of security near the... I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was... But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause... We Melusines are...
So, it's safe to say that... All right, thank you for your help. This'll be... We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable.
You may spare the pleasantries.
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got a problem, I've got the firepower. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. Call me Navia. I'm a partner of theirs, and will be helping investigate this whole situation. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by me.
Oh, new helpers? I would be most grateful.
Well, let's just say we're tagging along. It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind magic performed on such a large scale.
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand that.
Weren't there balloons and other decorations here? Where did all that go?
Ah, good eye. That said...
The back? You mean the...
Very good indeed. I thought you might not be able... The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what... Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you...
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
I knew you'd figure out most of it as soon as the 2 magic boxes are positioned right above the... See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to the other...
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face in the right direction.
I see. So that...
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along the trolley, all while the outer box would...
So that's how you...
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out, she would already be back on stage. Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device here, with which it would complete the rest of the steps.
Right! You were talking that whole...
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already...
And what about Lynette? Where was she?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh, interesting.
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And, by the way, I was the one who walked out of the box at the end.
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick.
So that's how it all worked. Wow.
Lynette would breathe, and then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, and the trick would be complete. The operative word here being would. But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member. She, on the other hand, mysteriously vanished.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. I probably never would have figured out how you pulled it off. And yet, to think that someone was able to use this magic trick to commit a crime. Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more leads.
This is the scene of the crime, so Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay here. I'll escort them back up.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear into thin air, you know.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh? There's all kinds of...
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick. But why would it have been left here?
Whatever it is, let's make a note of it first.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Oh! Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks! And here's a broken vase!
That can't be. The trolley moves along tracks from start to finish. It couldn't have hit the vase at this distance.
Let's note this down too and think about it later.
These are the clothes that the lady chosen from the audience was wearing, right? Her clothes are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Right! And do you... Ugh, this is so would not have been visible from where the doors were guarded. If Paimon... Well, there was no chance, and that's why only the two of them can perform this trick. Digging a tunnel just for a magic trick? Whoever... People needed to register and reserve a seat for the show. This is probably a prop, too. Oh, looks like it could hook up... This flower vase is probably a prop for the show. Paimon doesn't get this at all. You think about it for a bit, Traveler. What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Could this have been the suspect's escape route?
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with them, the space would be too narrow.
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon write that... Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back up. Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me that there are several things that don't add up here.
Apologies for the wait.
So, what did the guards say? Did the criminal escape through the vent?
They believe the odds of that are very low. The guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the...
So the tunnel's become like a secret chamber then!
The plot thickens. Halsey's disappearance and Cowell's death are both quite inexplicable. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the current evidence points toward Linny and Lynette. Accusation. Halsey's disappearance.
Left through the basement during the...
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then.
The plot thickens.
In other words, the charges are very likely to...
Charges and then trial.
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice and the Oratrice will hear statements from both sides. That's right. This is how indemnitium is produced. The statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys, witness testimonies, and even the audience's emotions will all be projected on the Oratrice. To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will, and is a judge in its own right.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not that this has ever happened anyway.
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be used by the Oratrice as a reference. Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials. The result it returns is the will of justice itself.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually...
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to this... Yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none of us...
Huh?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us...
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties, or that we might find outside help to disrupt the case. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread key information about the case ahead of time.
I'm ready to break out at...
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options. I'm afraid that catering to all tastes is not in the cards, nor is any...
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some of Fontaine's famous desserts, too. I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than over some tea and sweets?
Huh. Breaking out suddenly. Just kidding! Just kidding! Paimon will still...
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make some.
Huh?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with...
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet the demoiselle.
I have eggs, sugar, and almonds at the ready.
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it. Please sit tight for a moment. You'll get to taste my awesome snack soon enough.
These three are quite the interesting group. And Paimon thought it smelled good. Well, from the way you had these two guys carrying all that stuff around, Paimon thought you'd have it, but you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself.
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking, aren't you worried about getting your...
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read books, sip tea, ride horses, and play the piano. I just really enjoy making snacks. Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real arm workout. You also need to beat them to just the right consistency, or your macarons will crack. Anyway, give these a try, fresh out of the oven. There's 3 for each of us.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar to your head. You wouldn't be able to think clearly about the case on a sugar rush, would you?
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's favorite. No need for concern.
All right then. Down to business. As Paimon mentioned previously, the tunnel seems to be something of a secret chamber. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not alone within it. Some criminal also occupied its sealed confines. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some altercation between Halsey and the criminal in the tunnel, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be too easy to identify if she was still wearing the same clothes.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but...
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third person. But the only people left to consider are both technically victims, whether it's the missing girl, Halsey, or poor Cowl.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowl before making her escape?
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would need to understand the entire trick to pull it off. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had any dealings with the Magic Troop's members.
Were we not from the sound of things, this is turning. Your macarons are amazing, though, Navia. They smell.
They are my specialty, after all. And I see you've already had 5 of them.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right. Paimon only counted 3, honest.
Please don't worry about it. At my age...
No. Being greedy is besides. Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then may they...
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have gotten too engrossed in our chat and eaten them by mistake. No big deal. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh?
Making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course.
Exactly. We don't want to...
As you wish, Demoiselle.
And I have the egg sugar.
Well?
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another look around the area. I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. As attorneys, I suggest the 2 of you think the case over again. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on stage during the trial.
All right, thanks for your help, and for the snacks.
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
It's time to put our heads together. We've got to get our defense ready for the trial. Oh, it's probably gonna be a long and difficult case. There's no point in worrying about that now. We just need to prepare. Here, take Paimon's notes. They should help you review the situation.
To survive hardship, you must prepare for hardship.
我们走吧。怎么办啊？果然还是一头雾水吧。有道理。这个是
不要紧张，就算所有人都怀疑林妮和林妮特，我们几个在观众席上都会支持他们。我们都弄不明白的事，我不相信弗妮娜已经弄明白了。
谢谢你，纳维亚。
祝你们好运。
啊，终于见到你们了，怎么样？
老实说，
不，你们愿意帮忙，我们都很感激。
瞧这垂头丧气的样子，你们几位，调查毫无收获，对吧？理所应当，有罪之人怎么可能找得出无罪的证明呢？但不要止步于此，你是我最看好的对手，可别3两下就投降了，我会很失望的。
既然双方到齐，本次关于魔术演出突发事件的审判，那么首先，为了让在场观众都明白案件的前因后果，请林妮先。
好的，我在这里讲，林妮特会在舞台上为各位示范。
那么林妮先生， 我可以认为你的证言是，魔术一开始你就跑到观众席侧的魔术箱里藏了起来，无法作案。
是的，大审判。
那么，请问弗妮娜女士？
当然了，当然了，第一把火就由我来点燃吧。林尼先生，你在说谎。因为你要掳走海尔西，杀死考威尔，不可能一直留在箱子之中，甚至很长时间都不在地道之内。
这只是你基于我有罪的推断而做，
是吗？那你在箱子里的时候听到了什么吗？
当然是震耳欲聋的倒数声。我靠这个把握时间。
除此之外就没有了吗？没有让你留下印象的响动吗？
没有了。
可是，在倒数到30多秒的时候，会场明明传来了一声闷响，我相信所有人都听到了。
啊！
是。
对呀，那么大的声音，在箱子里的话绝对能听到。
我当时就在那附近，很明显。
那个天平，难道就是？
诸位，请允许我引用魔术师本人的发言：谨慎挑选眨眼的时机。你们都看到了，这正是不在场证明崩塌的瞬间。当然，除了瓦解你的不在场证明，我还准备了其他的武器。世上可不会有没来由的自信，我早就准备万全了。你和林妮特其实是壁炉之家的人。
壁炉之家？
哼，怪不得会。
原来，少女。那我觉得，舞台。
那又有什么关系？我和林妮特的
哦，确实。那你大可以就在我们的面前，把这1分钟的事从头到尾说上一遍。对此刻的你来说，脱罪才是第一要务。你不该有开不了口的事，除非是剧本已经前后矛盾。异乡旅人一言不发，看上去非常震惊。接下来就该内讧了吧？这赢得也太轻松了。亏我为了这次庭审，紧张的一晚上都没睡着。哎呀！
喂，林妮，这种事怎么不告诉我们？
请各位保持安静。在歌剧院听到闷响之时，你不在箱子与地道之内，以及你与林妮特女士都是壁炉之家的成员，这是否属？请回答我的问题。
抱歉，是的。
我就知道，到这里就可以宣判了吧？
怎么办啊？
请讲。那么，你的诉求呢？
没必要了吧？都把
连请来辩护的人都骗。
肃静，诉求合理，我们就此休庭。
你都知道这种事了， 竟然还不拒绝为林尼先生辩护。看来我这位对手的职业素养超乎想象。我最爱的观众们，就让胜利的喜悦再沉淀一会儿吧。
没想到这都被水神大人挖出来了。哎呀，对不起。
对不起，我都不知道该从什么调查的时候，我们所有的推断都……我不想说很重的话。
实在抱歉，我知道你们在旅途上和愚人众的各种纠葛，但愚人众这个组织很大，
现在我们想要救人。
对于这个国家，所以只要不把身份放到明面上，我们说不定就……我不想对你们说谎。真相固然很重要，但如果永远摆明一切真相，我们会白费许多力气。是啊，所以由你判断。巧合的碰面，愚人众的身份，职业还是魔术师，但还是请你们相信我。
抱歉，但请你原谅。就算你们这么说，没错，
当然了，我们一直想知道，御史裁定书记是如何运作的，为什么他有自我意识，能准确宣判。后来在调查的时候，我们知道，在御史，从那时候开始，我和林尼特就开始设计交换箱的模式。
这就是为什么要
对，观众数60秒，大概需要75秒的时间，而我进入对面的箱子，只需要15秒。所以在跳进地道之后，我就靠通风口来到了歌剧院的地下，前往核心所在的房间一探究竟。
那个通风口，就是为了这一步，在建设地下通道的时候开凿出来的。
什么都没有，因为我太匪夷所思了。那个声音仿佛认出了我，试图和我说话。回来的时候，我看到花瓶碎了，地上有衣服，之后就是命案。
这样的话，确实就听不到那声门响了。
当然也是因为那个预言。为了应对预言危机，我们需要知道这个国家所有的秘密，
这样才能知道拯救大家的。
这些就是全部的真相了。我们会处于这种失去信任的情况之下，但还是那句话，由你判断。就算你因为……
你来决定吧，不管你怎么想，我都会支持你。
好的，
谢谢你愿意跟。那现在的问题就是，你要想办法反驳水神的指控，才能在接下来的审判啊。好吧。
양측 모두 제자리로 돌아왔군요. 그럼 휴정 전에 리니 씨는 프리나님이 제시하신 새로운 증거를 모두 사실이라 인정했습니다. 그럼 프리나님은 사건의 진상을 설명해 주시기 바랍니다.
우리 기다린 보람이 있군. 자, 모두 귀를 활짝 열고 들으렴. 이 시점에서 리니의 관점으로만 사건을 복원해볼까? 먼저 카운트다운이 시작되자 리니는 지하 통로로 갔어. 그만 오래 기다린 보람이 있군. 자, 모두 귀를 활짝 열고 들으렴. 이 시점에서 사건을 복원해볼까? 먼저 카운트다운이 시작되자 리니는 지하 통로로 갔어. 카트가 지나갈 때 그는 상자를 열었고 할시와 몸싸움을 벌이는 도중에 큰 소리가 났지. 그 소리가 오페라 하우스 전체로 울려 퍼질 거라곤 생각도 못했기에 그는 그 소리를 듣지 못했다고 주장했어. 마지막으로 리니는 꽃병으로 할시를 내리쳐서 기절시키고는 사람들이 알아보지 못하도록 겉옷을 벗겼지. 이때 소리를 들은 코엘은 지하 통로로 왔고 범행 중이던 리니를 목격한 거야. 그래서 리니는 코엘도 기절시키고 상자 안에 넣었지. 그 후 리니는 관객석 쪽 마술 상자를 통해 기절한 할시를 공범에게 넘겨줬고 코엘의 죽음이 사고로 보이도록 장치를 조작했어. 그만 오래 기다린 보람이 있군. 자, 모두 귀를 활짝 열고 들으렴. 이 시점에서 이게 바로 사건의 전말이야. 볼까?
프리나님이 설명하신 내용에 대해
반론의 핵심은 사건의 순서, 즉 리니가 지하통... 하지만 이것만으로는 하지만 이것만으로 리니는 게시 판결 장치에 코어가 있는 방으로 갔어. 리니의 말에 의하면 지하 통로로 들어간 다음 환풍구를 통해 나갔기 때문에 리니는 지하 통로에서 일어난
명탐정 페이몬이 발언하겠어. 카운트다운이 시작됐을 때 리니가 하지만 그는 곧바로 환풍구를 통해 오페라 하우스의 지하실로 갔어. 게시 판결 장치의 코어가 보관된 그곳에 도착한 리니는 아무도 없는 방에서 누군가의 목소리를 들었어. 통로로 돌아왔을 땐 이미 범죄 현장이 만들어져 있었지만 그리고 지상으로 복귀했더니 사고가 일어난 거야. 이상 리니의 시점이야. 리니는 결백해.
그러니까 리니는 이번 사건에 대해 전혀 몰랐다고?
맞아.
뭐? 나한테?
만약 그렇다면 코엘이 지하 통로로 들어가지 않았을 경우 리니는 누구를 죽이려고 했을까? 이 말대로라면 리니는 새로운 실종 사건을 벌이기 위해 소녀를 납치하기만 하면 되지 무대에서 사람을 해칠 필요는 없잖아?
확실히
맞아, 바로 그거야. 역시 내 파트너야. 상황을 역전시켰어.
꽤 대담한 반론이네. 하지만 그걸 뒷받침할 증거는 있어? 당연하지. 마술 상자 안에 있었다면 그 소리를 못 들었을 수가 없다고 했었잖아. 설마?
맞아! 리니는 상자 안에도 지하 통로에도 없었기 때문에 공연 중에 났던 이상한 소리를 듣지 못했던 거였어. 사건 발생 당시 리니는 환풍구를 통해 지하실로 리니의 알리바이를 반박하기 위한 단서가 이제는 그의 알리바이를 입증하는 최고의 증거가 되었다는 말씀!
그런 논리를 사용할 줄이야. 그렇다면 어디 말해보시지? 리니가 아니라면 대체 누가 범인이라는 거야? 아니면 역시 제3자가 존재하는 건가? 사망자는 코엘, 리니의 조수, 실종자는 할씨, 평범한... 사망자는 코엘, 리니의 조수... 뭐? 말도 안 돼! 진심이... 그래? 그거 참 재미있군. 그럼 이제 남은 건 사건의 진실을 재구성하는 거야. 코엘이 뭘 했는지, 어쩌다 가해자에서 피해자가 된 건지를 밝혀내... 두 사람이 환풍구를 통해 이동하기는 어려웠을 거야. 그럴 경우 리니와 만났을 가능성도 커. 당시 리니가 지하 통로에 없었던 덕에 범인에게는 두 사람이 환풍구를 통해 사망자는 코엘, 리니의 조수야. 오페라 하우스 입구로 드나든 사람은 없었어. 범인은 할씨를 어디로 데려간 걸까? 그 소리는 범인과 실종된 할씨가 몸싸움할 때 난 걸지도 몰라. 그 소리는 범인과 지하 통로에 할씨의 옷이 남아있었어. 아마 사람들의 그 소리는 범인... 오페라 하우스 입구로 드나든 사람은 없었어. 지하 통로에 할씨의 옷이 남아있었어. 아마 두 사람이 환풍구를 통해 이동하기는 어려웠을 거야. 그럴 경우 리니와 만났을 가능성도... 두 사람이 환풍구를...
왜 그래? 아직도 확실하지 않은 거야? 결국 허장성세에 불과했던 건가? 자신만만하더니 아직 진실에 다가가지는 못한 모양이로군.
침착해. 막다른 길에 가로막혔다면 다른 길을 모색해봐. 결국 마술이랑 같아. 최종 결과물은 분명 마술사의 초기 설계와는 전혀 다를 거야.
할씨가 어떻게 사라진 건지 알 수만 있다면... 그럴 수만 있다면 좋겠지만 지하 통로의 출입구는 새 것뿐... 이건 마술이 아니야. 리넷이 수조 속에서 사라졌던 것처럼 멀쩡한 사람을 없애버릴 수는 없다고. 방해해서 미안. 미안하지만 기다리다 지친 관객들이 안 보이나? 이 오페라하우스에서 공연을 망치는 것보다 더 큰 죄는 없지.
만약 리니시 측에서 유효한 주장을 할 수 없다면 다음 단계로 넘어가도록 하겠습니다.
당시 리니가 지하 통로에 없었던 덕에 범인에게 그 소리는 범인과 실종된 사망자는 코에 리니의 조수야. 꽃병은 어쩌다 깨진 게 아니야. 중요한 범행 증거인 물을 숨기기 위한 거였어.
알겠어. 만약 할씨가 납치된 게 아니라 수조 탈출 마술에서 리넷이 우리 눈앞에서 옷만 남긴 채 사라진 것처럼 말이야. 만약 사람을 물로 만들 방법이 있다면... 잠깐! 지금 얼마나 터무니없는 소리를 하는 건지 알고 있는 건가? 사람을 물로 만든다니? 말도 안 돼. 마술도 아니고 그게 가능할 리 없잖아. 그럴 필요가 있을까? 사건이 진상이라면 리니가 가장 잘 알 텐데. 마술 트릭은 일종의 눈속임이지만 할시의 실종은 실제로 일어난 일이야. 애초에 전혀 다른 일이라고.
아니요, 그래도 전 여핵 진실은 반드시 존재합니다. 설명되지 않는 것들을 한데 모아보면 셋 사망자라는 이유로 지금까지 그에게 많은 이목이 집중되지 않았죠. 사건에 아무런 진전이 없으니
사람은 막다른 골목에 다다르면 온갖 엉뚱한 방법을 떠올리지. 난 조사 범위를 넓히자는 제안이 단순한 시간 끌기에 불과해 보이는데?
저는 대리인의 합리적인 요청이라고 생각합니다. 실제로 심판이 답보 상태이므로 증거가 추가된다면 진행에 도움이 될 것으로 보입니다. 경비대원은 휴게실로 가서 사망자 코엘의 소지품을 조사해 주시기 바랍니다.
아직 조사 중입니다만 중요한 진전이 있어 이를 여러분께 공유해드리고자 합니다. 코엘의 소지품에서 액체가 담긴 시험관 여러 개가 발견됐는데 각각 라벨이 붙어 있었습니다. 그의 배낭에 들어있던 노트 내용에 따르면 그 액체는 원시 모태 노트에는 코엘이 금지 약물을 판매하는 조직의 일원이었으며 공범이 존재한다는 내용이 있었습니다. 그 안에는 안전한 사용법에 관한 주석이 다수 존재했고 용해라는 단어가 또한 시험관 중 하나에는 어제 날짜와 함께 노트에 용해는 폰타인 사람에게만 효과가 있다고도 적혀 있었습니다. 아무래도 할씨는 실험 대상이었던 것 같습니다. 따라서 저희는 리니 측의 가설을 뒷받침할 증거가 충분하다고 보고 있습니다.
그럼 말도 안 되는 사람이 녹아내려
그런 황당한 일이 실제로 일어났다는 거야?
잠깐만, 나 갑자기 어떤 예언이 떠오르는데
사람을 물로 만들다니. 수조의 진짜 용도는 물의 흔적을 숨기기 위해서였던 건가? 코엘이 그 소녀를 노린 거라면 잠깐, 그렇다면 설마 너희들 날...
잠시만요, 아가씨. 파트너는...
일단 따라와. 내 직감을 믿으라고.
정숙하십시오. 조사 결과가 충격적이라는 것은 부정할 수 없습니다만 아직 그 진위 여부는 확인되지 않았습니다. 그러나 할시 씨는 아직 발견되지 않았으므로 일단 해당 단서를 증거로 채택하도록 하죠. 경비대는 계속해서 조사를 진행해줄 리니시 측의 주장은 증거에 의해 뒷받침되었습니다.
네, 감사합니다, 심판관님. 이 가설이 성립될 경우 서로 관련이 없어 보이던 수많은 단서가 하나...
맞아! 왜 있는 건지 짐작도 안 갔던... 한번 생각해보자. 코엘의 수법은 원시 모태 바다의 물과 관련이 있는 게 분명해.
사망자는 코엘, 리니의 원시 모태바다의 물은 할씨가 마술상자 안에 들어가기 전에 이미 원시 모태바다의 물은 지금 보니 그 갈고리는 리넷은 무대 쪽 마술상자 안에만 있었어. 리넷도 이 트릭과 관련이 있나? 마술상자 내부에 다른 뭔가... 지금 보니 그 갈고리는 다른 마술에 사용되는 소품이 아니라 원시 모태바다의 물은 리넷은 무대 쪽 마술상자 내부에 다른 뭔가가 있었던 것 같은데. 수조를 고정했던 밧줄은 폭죽에 의해 끊어진 거지만 여기서도 마찬가지로 수조가 아닌 물에 초점을 맞춰야 해. 리넷은 무대 쪽 마술상자 안에만 마술상자 내부에 다른
또다시 코엘은 수조의 밧줄과 추첨기에 손을 써서 할씨가 있던 마술 상자가 내려갈 때 갈고리가 천천히 돌아오면서 상자 위쪽에 있는 풍선을 터뜨렸을 테고, 그러면서 풍선 안에 들어있던 원시 바다의 물이 아래로 쏟아져 할씨를 용해시켰던 거지. 그런 다음 코엘은 지하 통로로 가서 꽃병을 깨뜨리고 물이 꽃병에서 흘러나온 것처럼 꾸몄어. 나머지 증거는 무대 위에 수조로 덮어버리려고 했고. 하지만 지하 통로에서 예상치 못한 일을 당한 코엘은 증거를 은폐하기 위해 사용하려던 수조에서 죽고 만 거지.
말이 되는 것 같군.
그렇게 되면 수많은 의문점...
망했다. 내가 들어도 엄청 그럴듯한데? 설마 내가 정말 무고한 사람에게 누명을 씌운 건가? 너무 창피해.
이렇게 되면 남은 의문점은 코엘이 대체 어쩌다가 그의 노트에 공범에 대한 언급이 있었죠? 혹시 그 공범과 관련이 있는 건 아닐까요?
방금 경비대로부터 새로운 증거가 발견됐다. 관계자는
감사합니다, 심판관님. 저희는 조금 전까지 그런데 그중 리니의 소지품에서 코엘이 가지고 있던 것과 동일한 원시 바다의 물을 발견했습니다.
뭐라고?
그럴 리가 없어.
이 얼마나 트라마틱한 장면인가. 반격을 위해 쏜 탄환에 자기가 치명상을 입는 꼴이라니. 이제 친애하는 백성들아, 충실한 관객들아, 이제 내가 나의 추리로 이 사건을 끝맺음 지어줄게. 애초부터 소녀를 용해시키는 일에 동참할 필요가 없었던 리니는 지하 통로로 들어간 다음 그때 공범인 코엘은 마술 소품에 손을 써서 원시 바다의 물로 이미 할씨를 녹여 없앤 상태였지. 하지만 되돌아온 리니는 공로를 독차지하고픈 탐심이 생겼고 파트너를 제거하려고 했어. 결국 리니는 코엘을 기절시켰고 흔적을 숨기기 위한 수단이었던 수조는 포밍 도구로 변모한 거야. 이렇게 잔혹하고 노골적인 결론을 내리고 싶지는 않지만 우인단은 참 잔인무도한 조직. 안 그래, 리니?
이제 증거를 다 써서 적절한 반박을 할 수... 여기까지인가?
도저히 방법이 떠오르지 않아. 더 이상 반박할 수가 없... 새로운 증거가 너무 강력해. 왜 지금 와서 이런 증거가 나온 거야? 너무 이상... 자, 현장에 수많은 눈들이 목도했듯이 내 추리는 완벽했다. 아무래도 이게 피날레인 것 같네? 만인의 존경을 받는 고귀한 최고 심판관이여, 이제는 때가 된 것 같은데?
잠깐만요, 여러분. 제 말을 들어주세요.
아직 심판 중이니 정숙해 주시기 바랍니다.
다 이유가 있어서 이러는 거라고요. 다들 머리 아픈 심판 듣느라 피곤하시죠? 잠깐 마술 하나 보고 싶지 않나요? 무려 사라져버린 소녀를 다시 나타나게 할 마술이라고요. 그럼 부탁할게, 리니.
무슨
저기 실망시켜서 죄송하지만
이봐, 마술사 양반. 마술사는 남을 현혹하는 게 특기 아니야? 마술이란 흔히 진상을 숨기고 흥미로운 허상을 펼쳐 보이지. 하지만 모두가 허상을 진실이라 믿는다면 마술이 진정한 진상을 밝혀낼 수 있지 않을까? 그런 마술이야말로 오늘의 피날레를 장식하기에 충분하지. 한 번 더 해보라고, 리니, 리넷. 걱정 마. 가시장미회가 너희를 위해 모든 걸 준비해뒀으니까. 너희는 무대의 중심이자 마술의 창조자야. 마지막 공연은 역시 너희에게 맡겨야지.
알겠어요.
짜잔.
죄송.
이 사람이 실종된 할시야?
미리 말해두지만 이 사람이 얌전히 법정에 출석하면 형을 줄일 수 있다고 해서 온 거예요. 지금까지 밖에 숨어서 듣고 있었어요. 저에 대한 심판인 줄 알고 무서웠거든요. 근데 아무도 절 눈치채지 못해서 좋아하고 있었는데 정신 차려보니 우리 셋을 얕보지 말라고? 뭐부터 말해야 하지? 아무튼 죄송하지만 코에를 죽인 건 저예요.
뭐라고?
전 할시가 아니에요. 몬드에서 온 릴리엔이죠. 리니의 공연이 굉장하단 얘기를 듣고 보고 싶었는데 제가 하는 일이 그거예요. 밥 먹듯이 남의 물건을 훔치는데 한 번도 잡힌 적이. 그러다 며칠 전 바다이슬 항구에서 잡힐 뻔했는데 겨우 빠져.
어쩐지 낯이 익더라. 리니가 솜씨 좋다고 칭찬까지 했...
그렇게 끝난 줄 알았는. 근데 그 녀석이 메로피드 요새로 갈지도 모른다는데 거긴 감옥이잖아요. 그 자식이 절 잡으려는 건 줄 알고 진짜 깜짝 놀랐다고요. 원래는 공연에 어울려주는 척하다가 도망치려고 했는데 뜬금없이 물을 뒤집어 쓰질 않나 지하 통로에선 누군가에게 쫓기기까지 했죠. 순순히 잡혀줄 생각은 없어서 그 사람을 기절시킨 다음 상자에 쑤셔 넣었어요.
그 후엔 달리 숨을 곳이 없어서 옷을 갈아입고 공연 의상을 두는 상자에 숨어 있었어요. 그러다 첫 번째 경비대원이 현장에 도착했을 때 빠져나와서 오페라 하우스 안에
그 안에 숨을 곳이 있다고?
하지만 맹세코 수조가 떨어질 줄은 몰랐어요. 상상도 못했다고요. 알았다면 절대 그 사람을 상자에 넣지 않았을 거예요.
드디어 사건의 진상이 밝혀졌어!
이번엔 릴리엔의 시점으로 꽃병은 물의 흔적을 지우기 위해서 사용된 게 아니라 하지만 이것만은 릴리에는 그대로 나갔다간 들킬까봐 옷을 갈아입고 지하 통로에서 때를 기다렸어. 경험이 풍부한 도둑다운 판단이었지. 공연 중 들렸던 굉음은 다투는 소리가 아닌 깜짝 놀란 릴리엔이 문을 박차고 뛰쳐나오는 소리였어.
짜잔! 명탐정 페이몬의 추리 타임!
잘못된 게 아니라
추첨기에 선택된 릴리에는 무척 당황했어. 지하 통로로 들어갔다가 물을 맞은 릴리에는 패닉에 빠졌고 문을 차서 우리가 들은 그 큰 소리를 냈지. 이때 소리를 들은 코엘이 지하 통로로 들어왔고 하지만 코엘은 릴리엔이 폰타인 사람이 아니라 표를 훔쳐서 들어온 도둑이라는 걸 몰랐어. 그래서 코엘은 원시 바다의 물이 효력을 발휘하기까지 시간이 걸리는 줄 알고 릴리엔을 억지로 상자에 넣으려고 한 거야. 그렇게 둘이 싸우는 과정에서 꽃병이 깨졌고 코엘은 역으로 릴리엔에게 맞아 기절하고는 상 도망갈 곳이 없었던 릴리엔은 옷에 오페라 하우스를 벗어나려면 반드시 경비대의 조사를 받아야 했기에 그동안 오페라 하우스에 갇혀 있었을 거야.
우리가 이야기를 나누며 즐기던 마카롱 2개를 훔친 건 굶주린 릴리엔이었어. 정말 천재 도둑이라니까.
여기까지가 지하 통로에서 있었던 사건의 전말이다.
그랬구나.
멋진 추리였어.
리니시 측 발언에 반박하실 내용이 있습니까? 대답하세요, 프리나님. 참고로 심판이 끝나기 전까지 고발 측은 퇴정할 수 없습니다.
내 생각을 어떻게 알았지? 이 없어. 내가 졌다고. 이럴 땐 물어보지 말고 체면 좀 살려달란 말이야. 바람 빠진 풍선처럼 태도가 싹 바뀌었네.
이의 없으시다면 폰타인 최고 심판관인 제가 사건의 경위를 상설하겠습니다. 소녀 실종 사건의 범인인 코엘은 관객 목록에서 범행 대상을 물색했습니다. 추첨기에 미리 손을 써두기만 하면 정해둔 대상을 추첨할 수 있었죠. 범행 흔적을 덮기 위해 코엘은 수조를 떨어뜨려 용해된 소녀가 남긴 물을 감출 계획을 세웠습니다. 그래서 수조를 고정한 밧줄에 미리 손을 쓰고 공연이 끝날 때 터지는 폭죽을 활용해 소녀를 용해하는 원시 바다의 물은 마술 상자를 준비할 때 풍선 안에 넣어 상자에 마지막으로 코엘은 소녀를 마술 상자 안에 넣으며 미리 준비해둔 갈고리를 끈에 묶어 문틈 사이로 통과시켰습니다. 공연이 시작되고 소녀가 든 마술 상자가 지하 통로로 빠지자 갈고리 끈이 팽팽해지면서 원시 바다의 물이 담긴 풍선을 터뜨렸습니다. 계획대로라면 소녀는 이때 물에 용해됐어야 하지만 릴리에는 폰타인 사람이 아니었기에 상자를 빠져나오면서 큰 이상한 낌새를 느낀 코엘은 지하 통로로 들어왔고 릴리엔과 조우했습니다. 하지만 상대는 호락호락하지 않았고 몸싸움 끝에 마술 상자 안에 들어간 코엘은 릴리에는 본인의 진술처럼 지하 통로에서 옷을 갈아입고 공연이 끝날 때까지 숨어 있다가 오페라 하우스의 다른 구역으로 이동했. 한편 리니는 사건이 발생하는 동안 오페라 하우스 지하에 있었기 때문에 이 일을 모르고 있었죠.
Think about when time is up.
The guards have confirmed with
change is still acceptable. I want my...
Mr. Linney!
I seem to...
What was that noise? Did you hear it too?
After if we get sent to the wrong place...
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. What was that noise?
It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong place.
Even though he looks so serious that I'm 40! Why aren't you counting, Nev?
I am counting in my head.
See it in you. Come on. When keep counting the audio inside, but no need to feel nervous. Select need to do it in just 30. I can see it in you. Come on. Repeat up. 60! That's right. Perfect. Keep it going.
54, 53, why aren't you counting, Nev?
I am counting in my head. I think it's merely a consequence of my identity and...
Oh, alright. You look so serious that I'm 40! 39!
Mr. Linney, are you...
Yes, I'm fine. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong place.
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all.
I am counting in my head. I think it's merely a consequence of my identity and...
Oh, alright. You look so serious that I'm 40! 39!
Mr. Linney, are you...
Yes, I'm fine. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong place.
Even though he's saying...
I want my... It seems things aren't... It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's alright. I know 10 seconds and change is still...
10!
Almost again. Ta-da! Then you might...
Or does Lenny have...
The lucky audience. No need to feel nervous. Far beyond what you've just... One is here. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escape to enter a magic box. Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box. My next trick, I will require the participation. There is one more thing I need to ask the audience and inside, but no need to feel nervous. You don't need to do anything, but no matter what, if the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60. I'll be in a tough spot.
Ooh,
No, that won't do.
Oh, yes, I'm fine. It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong place.
Even though he's saying...
quickly count from 60 and this. What's if the magic is interrupted? Who knows where you might end up?
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to do. Could you all give me a countdown? Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower if you like. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know when time is up. Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll be in a tough spot.
Woo! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that.
Be a consequence of my identity and...
Oh, alright. You look so serious that time. 40, 39!
Mr. Lick won't do. I can see it in. Come on, repeat up. 60! That's right, perfect. Keep it going. Now, if you quickly get down, like this. But no matter what, let's begin. Interrupted. Who knows where you might end up?
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. Before I enter the
완전하게
magic box, there
서술된
was one more thing
사건의 경위로 미루어 보았을 때 피고발인 리니는
정말 다행이야.
릴리엔 씨와 리니 씨에겐 아직 따로 심판이 필요한 의문. 이 사건은 이제 개시 판결 장치의 최종 결정을 따라서 리니와 린의 세계.
명탐정 페이몬
잘했어, 파트너.
정말 고마워. 너희 덕분이야.
본 경관 질문 하나만 하겠. 리니 씨의 소지품에서 원시 바다의 물을 어떻게 찾아냈죠?
그래. 그것 때문에 내가 잘못된 판단을 했잖아. 감히 법정에서 위증을 한 건 아니겠지?
코엘의 노트에 언급된 공범은 리니 씨가 아니라 당신 아닙니까? 전 형량을 줄이기 위해 어떤
당장 말하지 않으면 특별 허가 쿠폰과 평생 함께하게 될 줄 알아.
저도 사주받은 겁니다. 리니에게 소녀 연쇄 실종 사건에 누명을 씌워서 모든 의심을 우인단에게 돌릴 좋은 기회라고 상부해서 그랬다고요.
계획은 들통났고 원시바다의 물도 만천하에 드러났으니 윗선에선 당신을 눈엣가시로 여기겠군요. 모든 정보를 고하고 경비대에
말할게요. 원시 바다의 물이 사람을 녹일 수 있다는 걸 처음 발견한 건 대작 물약으로 만들 수도 있는데 아주 묽게 희석해서 마시면 평생 못 잊을 만큼 기분이 좋아지죠. 저흰 줄곧 그걸로 장사를 해왔고 돈도 많이 벌었어요. 소녀 연쇄 실종 사건도 대장의 계획이었죠. 입마감 당한 거야.
역시 잔인하기 그지없네.
현장에 있는 사람은 전부 조사를 받으십시오.
이제 돌아가도 되는 거야?
여행자 페이몬, 잠깐 기다려줘.
리니?
나랑 말하고 싶지 않겠지. 보기도 내가 우인단인 걸 알고 나서도 끝까지 변호해주고 누명까지 벗겨준 너에게 그렇구나. 하지만 이것만큼은 난 어떤 목적이나 악의를 갖고 너에게 접근한 게 아니라 내가 우인단에 있는 이유 역시 고아인 나와 벽난로의 집이 이해관계가 맞기 때문이고, 애초에 우리의 아버지 아를레키노님이 날 데려오신 것도 그런 이유에서였지.
아를레키노라면 우인단의 집행관 말이지?
맞아. 말이 나왔으니 내 옛날 이야기 좀 들어볼래?
There once was a palace, and in that palace was a puppet, sound asleep.
부모님이 돌아가시고 나와 리넷은 거리를 떠돌았어. 난 먹고 살기 위해 거리의 선배 마술사를 몰래 관찰했고 그렇게 며칠 동안 관찰한 결과 그리곤 동생을 데리고 거리를 몇 개나 지난 끝에 우리의 공연은 예상외로 인기가 좋아서 한동안 부모님이 돌아갈 일은 없었지만 나와 리넷은 계속 거리를 거리에서 재우고 싶진 않았어. 그리고 머지않아 공연을 보고 우리를
하루아침에 귀족집 양
처음엔 그런 줄 알았어. 마침내 하지만 시간이 갈수록 느껴졌어. 양자라고 했지만 날 이런저런 연애에 데려가 시선을 끌고 그걸 이용해 사교계
그렇게 나쁘진 않은 것 같은데 길에서 사는 것보단 낫잖아.
귀족들의 한 번은 연회에서 공연을 마치고 돌아가는 길에 리넷이 나와 다른 마차를 탔다는 걸 알게 됐어. 집에 도착하고 한참을 기다렸지만 리넷 돌아온 대답은 이랬어. 연회에 참가한 거물이 리넷을 마음에 들어해서 선물로 줬다.
뭐? 그 녀석 폰타인 법
외부인 눈에는 그저 입양과 대리 양육으로 보였겠지. 조사를 피할 수단도 많았고. 그 거물이란 사람의 저택 위치를 알아낸 나는 밤을 새워 움직였고 벽을 넘어 경비의 눈을 피해 저택 안으로 들어갔을 땐 달빛 아래 바닥에 튄 핏자국과 암흑 속에 있는 아를레키노님이
아를레키노가 그 녀석을
리넷이 다치기 전에 구해주셨어. 지하실에 숨어있던 다른 고아 여자애들도 아버지 아니 아를레키노님 우리와 이해관계가 맞는구나. 벽난로의 집은 널 환영한다. 이곳은 막 귀족에게 배신당한 나. 하지만 얼마 지나지 않아 아를레키노님은 우리를 입양했다.
그래서 동생과 함께 벽난로의 집에 들어간 거구나.
아를레키노님에겐 폰타인의 신의 심장을 뺏은 후 그 힘을 사용해 예언을 깨고 폰타인을 구할 방법을 찾으실 거라고 스네즈나야 여왕의 허락까지도 받은
아를레키노도 예언을
벽난로의 집 전체가 게다가 오늘 사건으로 폰타인 사람은 특수한 물에 용해된다는 사실이 드러났잖아? 예언을 뒷받침하는 증거 아를레키노님을 포함한 벽난로의 집 구성원 모두 폰타인 사람이야. 우리는 절대 고향을 포기하지 않아. 우리 같은 고아들에게 가족인 서로 외에 이 세상과의 연결고리는 고향뿐이니
마술 주머니를 나눠주는 것부터 신의 심장을 훔치는 일까지 모두 예언에 맞서기 위한 거였구나.
괜찮아. 이해해. 비록 벽난로의 집 소속이지만 난 늘 내 판단을 믿고 내가 옳다고 생각하는 일을 하고 있다는 걸 도움이 필요하면 언제든지 찾아줘. 리니의 신분으로 널 도울게.
안녕, 리니.
잠깐! 드디어 찾았네. 심판이 끝나자마자 가버리면 어떡해?
무슨 일이야, 나비?
아직 다 끝난 게 아니라고. 내가 볼 때 우린 소녀 연쇄 실종 사건의 진상에 더 왜 그래, 파트너?
게다가 수십 년 동 그리고 새로운 단서를 찾았으니 아마 무례신 쪽 사람들이 조사를 계속할 거야.
그렇구나. 좀 의외긴 한데 그것도 그렇네. 너희는 폰타인에 온 지 얼마 안 된 여행자들이니까. 미안. 내가 너무 제멋대로 굴었지.
나비야, 그런 말 하지 마.
너희와 함께 조사하는 동안 정말 즐거웠어. 고여서 썩어버린 물에 새로운 물줄기가 들어온 것처럼 새 희망이 생겨서 물에 비친 그림자가 선명해지는 것 같았다고나 할까? 종종 이렇게 감성에 젖는다니까. 신경 쓰지 마. 해산한 기념으로 밥이나 한 끼 먹을까?
시간이 갈수 내가
그렇게까지 하다니. 정말 진지하게 우리를 파트너로 생각했구나.
모든 아름다운 기억에 후회 없이 제대로 마침표를 찍고 싶을 뿐이야. 그냥 밥 한 끼니까 오래 걸리지 않을 거야.
나비아가 사주는 밥이니까 난 무조건 좋아.
그럼 일단 폰타인 성으로 돌아갔다가 같이 드보르 호텔로 갈까? 딱 저녁 식사 시간에 맞출 수 있을 거야.
오예!